Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Defenders. In this episode, I kinda need to recap, just for any of you that don't read the description and all that. I tried recording this on XSplit and it did record, but the audio or something messed up and I couldn't get it to work well, so instead I'm just gonna stick with Fraps because I know that that's more reliable. And I know that it's not going to give me any problems other than occasionally going slow. So, yeah, I'm just going to stick with Fraps for this. For Dungeon Defenders at least, I might try out XSplit more when I get some more experience with it and find out why the audio messed up or how to record well and everything like that. And again, if any of you use XSplit and know how it works, then please let me know, because that'd be helpful. But anyways, I should mention about these auras is that you can't place two ensnare auras or two similar auras together, but you can place two different auras together to basically combine their effects, so that now that aura, or this little area, is now slowing down enemies and electrocuting them over time. So, the reason why I'm putting it kind of in the corner rather than right in the middle is because I don't have enough range to reach the entire area, so instead I'm just going to cover one corner at least, and then once I get more mana, cover the other side as well. So this isn't the best defense. I probably could have done it a little better, but it is just getting started, and as you can see, there's enemies coming in from the 3 different points, and because there's no electric aura on this side at all, I'm just going to focus on that side, or on this side for my own attacks. Now, I probably should have put the auras on the other side, like on the right, the east, I guess, the way I'm facing, over there, that's what I'm trying to say. I probably should have put the auras on the other side, because here, on the first wave, the sort of second wave of enemies that come out, I think they all come out on the right side, so then they all stay on the right wall. So I should have placed that one over here. But, oh well, because I'm already here, I'm already going to help attack and everything, so it doesn't really matter too much. Alright. So this episode, or this level, pretty much always involves a lot of running around, just because this level it's not huge, but it's kind of separated. Everywhere that I need to be is kind of all over the place, I guess you could say. Not really sure what I'm trying to say. But, so yeah. This is going to be this episode, a lot of running around. And especially because I'm a monk, at the beginning, they're usually a bit more of the support character, just because their towers aren't completely self-sufficient yet. So you kind of need to be a little bit careful with that. Knowing that you do have to get in there and attack them with your own weapon. Alright, so I'm placing them as close together as I can, just to be sure that there's no real gaps, no big gaps. And a lot of enemies, they'll just stick near the side, so I don't really need to focus too much right on the middle. And I'm hoping that these auras are good enough as they are to defend against them, at least the ones that aren't electric or poison type. So yeah, first gotta get this placed first, and then I'll go get the treasure chest and put it on the other side. That way, I do know that the sides have their entrances covered, or their gates, their stairs, their auras are placed, I guess. I know the sides are good on the west and east side, I guess you would say. Not really focusing as much on commentary as I am on just trying to think about what I'm doing in the game. But anyways, the middle, or the center south side, I guess, I don't have 2 electric auras, so I still need to go down and take care of them on my own. because it's not until level 11 that I actually get the Strength Drain aura that will allow me to make self-sufficient defenses, because that will get rid of their elemental affinity and make sure that all enemies will be destroyed by the auras. And I feel like I'm just repeating myself a lot, just because I'm not really paying as much attention to what I'm saying, which, I mean, I am thinking about what I'm saying, but I'm not thinking about talking as often, I guess. Anyways, alright, so, also to clear up any well, actually, no, I already did clear up the confusion. I was going to talk about XSplit and how I'm not using it, and how I had tried recording an episode, and that's why I got to level 7 at the start of the last episode. And I actually think that was kind of a good thing, that I started out a little earlier level, or a higher level, just because then I already had the electric aura, so I didn't have to worry so much about having to run around and kill all the enemies, because you start off with the ensnare aura, and that's all you have. So you really do have to go in and defeat all the enemies on your own, which is helpful because it gives you the bonus for only using your weapon, but then obviously you do have to run around a lot and all that. And let's see if this weapon is better. I think that's better, and it does look a little bit bigger, so that's helpful. I'm not going to worry too much about whether or not my weapon is good enough, or stronger or something. And I'm not going to worry about defense units, because I don't need it. I'm already level 8, so it's not that bad. And I could focus on upgrading all my auras, but they've been doing good for now. So I'm pretty confident that these auras will be enough. I'm just going around repairing them, because they do require that maintenance, because their HP drains pretty much over the course of the level, I guess. What am I even saying? Just gotta always watch out for those electric type enemies. With the enemies with electric affinity, elemental affinity, I don't know. Whenever I say electric type and poison type, I keep thinking of Pokemon. And the game is actually coming out pretty soon, X and Y. And I really wish I had a way to record 3DS gameplay. Although I feel like that's just going to add like another 5 hours a day to me actually having to record and edit and upload that video, and that would just be so much more than I'm already doing. Cause, I mean, seriously, I'm putting up like 6 or 7 videos a day, which, I mean, I'm just starting to put up like 6 or 7 videos a day, which is kind of insane. I don't know of any other YouTuber that does that, or any other Let's Player, and I don't mean that like to brag or complain or anything, just stating my mind at the moment, because I know that it is going to take up quite a bit of time. But anyways, I know Tobuscus, Toby Turner, Toby Games, for a while there he was putting up like 6 videos a day, and then sometimes 7 when he would have a Tobuscus video. So that's pretty interesting, hearing him talking about how he does that and how busy he is. Which is pretty insane, but anyways, don't really know what else to talk about, just because it's pretty much all I'm going to be doing this episode, just repairing these auras, which really aren't getting that far hurt, not losing that much life, I guess you could say, and just worrying mostly about the orcs, because even if they aren't poison or electric type, the aura still doesn't always kill them, just because they have so much more health. Let's see. Also, the kobolds are dangerous, especially when they're poison types, because then they won't get slowed down by the aura. Always gotta keep an eye on all the other sides and make sure that these aren't getting through too far. It's okay for them to walk up a little bit, but obviously you don't want them attacking your crystal, because then you lose a bit of bonus, and you know, then you lose your crystal if you let them attack too much. And I would normally, like if enemies were getting past the auras, I'd place down a couple more auras closer to the crystal just to help get them, but the only reason that these enemies are leaking through is because that my auras can't hurt them, so I don't really need to worry about placing more. Alright, and oh man, I got hurt. Just gonna enjoy the bonus of not being hurt, because you get bonuses for not taking damage, for only using your weapon, and for not letting your crystal take damage. So that's something that you have to think about when you're trying to get a lot of experience. And I'm actually not sure if it gives you an experience bonus or just a points bonus, or if they're the same thing. Like if your score is the amount of experience you gained in that level. I'm not really sure if that's how it works. Never really looked into that or tested it or anything. Alright, so like I said, just a lot of running around, keeping up with all these little enemies that get through the aura up until you get to level 11, which is actually going to be a while. It's probably not going to be until the end of next episode or something that I get to level 11, which is kind of lame, because it'd be nice to have self-sufficient auras. And this one wave, I feel like it's taking forever, just because there's so many enemies that come up after the initial wave of enemies, I guess. Like there's sub-waves, I guess. Alright, so is this the last one? No, there's 2 more. There's so many enemies. And so many electric types. It's ridiculous. Alright, so finally got rid of those. And my auras did take a little bit more damage, or they drained a little bit more health just because the round took longer and more enemies walked through them. And alright, so increased range and attack speed, and I didn't mean attack damage, I meant to get the health. But because it was the last point that I was putting into it, it didn't really wait for me to confirm or anything. Alright, so just more repairing and repairing and repairing, and I got to level 9, so that was nice. 1 step closer to level 11, which isn't really much to say. And now this wave actually is when the goblins get a little bit stronger, and I'm not sure exactly how well my auras will do against them, especially the poison types. And obviously I already know that the electric types will just walk right through. And now that they do have more HP, I'm not sure how easily I'll be able to just defeat them and stop them. So this is actually going to be a little bit more difficult. I might actually lose some life on the crystal. Alright, and I think they do walk faster, which is annoying because then I have to go around walking faster, I guess. Alright, this is going to be difficult. Because I don't want them to attack the crystal. It's going to be kind of hard to like juggle them, and they're not going to stop and focus on me, and dang it, they already got to it. I can't make them prioritize me over the crystal, at least, especially not when they're this close to it. So that's kind of a bummer. And there's more enemies on the other side. This is not going to go well. And of course now the ogre is here. That's not good. Dang it. That's pretty bad. I might actually lose this. Which is pretty concerning, actually. This is lame. Alright, so if I do lose this, then I'm gonna have to obviously restart, but I'm gonna try using a different character to build different defenses. Alright, this is just going great. I'm not gonna win this. It's already taking too much damage, and I'm sure the ogre is almost here. And yeah, there's no way I'm gonna survive this, because I just don't have the strength drain aura, and I don't have the hero attack to be able to get rid of all these enemies fast enough. But actually, no, never mind, I'm not going to make it. I thought for a second I had a chance, but no. There's too many archers over on that side, and the ogre's already here, so yeah, this is it. Alright, so that's lame. Dang it. Oh well. I'm actually going to replay this level and keep recording. This is going to be a little longer of an episode, but I will cut out some parts of it. Alright. So for this first part, I'm just going to have to rebuild the auras the same way I did last time. So to bring back something I enjoyed earlier. Just gonna do a jump cut. Alright, so now I'm back, and just built my defenses pretty much the same way I did last time, which means I made the same mistake as putting that east side auras on the left side of the staircase, I guess you could say. But I didn't put in any extra defenses from other characters like I said I would. Not yet, but I will do that once I finish placing all of my ensnare and lightning or electric auras. And I didn't even talk about how my third aura is a healing aura that recovers my HP, just the hero HP. I don't think it increases the crystal HP or any other tower or aura HP. So it's only useful when you know that you're going to be fighting like maybe an ogre or just a bunch of enemies and you need some spot to heal. Then the healing aura will obviously heal you. So yeah, that's the point of the healing aura. It's pretty self-explanatory. The aura itself is actually bigger than the other auras, which is pretty interesting. Why it does that, I really don't have any idea. But another interesting fact about it is that most auras, like the ensnare and electric aura, you can't place directly on top of the crystal. Like there's a little bit of a area where it says that like dark energy is preventing you from placing the aura, but the healing aura doesn't have that effect. You can actually place it directly on top of the crystal, which I'm assuming means that it's specifically for you when you're when you're defending the crystal, which is pretty interesting. But obviously it doesn't really do much because it wasn't really my health that I needed to worry about. It was just the crystal's health. And I don't think it heals the crystal. Pretty sure it does not. Alright, so just get that one there. Alright, so now with that aura in place, just need this one to help out a little bit. Place that one. And actually, yeah, I'm gonna do a little jump cut. Alright, so now I'm back, and I just built a few more defenses, like I said. Or like I didn't say. So again, I didn't build any extra defenses from different characters because I still didn't have enough mana to build all of my electric auras. So again, I'm just going to focus a little bit first on the monk's auras. So it's not really cheating, but just so that I don't have to worry about switching to another character's defenses. It's more about how well the monk does, I guess, rather than how well I can use my other towers or other characters. Which, now that I think about it, if I wanted to do this a little bit more evenly or fairly, I could have built or created another character, like another apprentice or squire, and raised them to about level 9 or level 10. And then use that character, rather than what I'm going to do is use my level 30 characters to build, I'm probably going to use my apprentice to build a fireball tower to deal with any electric types. And yeah, that'll probably be what I use my mana on, other than just repairing my auras and building the electric aura, obviously once I get enough money, or enough mana, which kind of sounds like money. But anyways, building those fireball towers will help a lot, not only with obviously destroying all the enemies, but just having me not have to walk around so much. Alright, so I'm just going to build this one more electric aura right here, and then get to work on those fireball towers. Alright. Come on. Come on. Right there. Alright. Just trying to get it as close to it as possible, even though it really doesn't need to be that close. But, yeah. So, I'm just going to switch over to my apprentice and then build those towers. So, yeah. Jump cut. Alright, so I used my apprentice to build those 3 fireball towers, and I placed them over here. That way only the enemies that are electric types will get through, and then only those enemies will be destroyed by the fireball towers. That way it's not like I'm just completely cheating and using using the Fireball Tower to defeat all the enemies, because I know that it's really overpowered. And I'm still going to use it more as a safety net rather than my main attack force, because I do want to get in and actually just kill these things with my own hands, or with my own blade. Spear type thing. Let's see, is this any better? Yeah, that's better. Alright, it's a little bit smaller, I think. But, anyways, oops, I always get a little bit impatient, and I press the button to repair it, or to repair a different tower, so it cancels the current repair that I'm on. It's kind of strange. Sometimes you can get to a point where your tower hasn't lost enough health for you to need to repair it, but it still doesn't have full health. So it's kind of weird like that. Alright, so also for round 5, I can just repair it during the wave, but what I am going to do is, actually no, I can just keep going. I was going to build a healing aura and then use that for something else that I was going to talk about, but nah, I can just keep this round going. Alright, and this is the one that has so many enemies that feels like it just takes forever, just because there's so many, and it takes so long for the enemies to be killed by the aura, and then for the next sub-wave, I guess you could say, to come along. But yeah, those Fireball Towers are mostly just for the final wave, when there's so many more enemies and so much more difficult, but also something interesting is, or something I guess worth saying, is that even if I have defenses from the apprentice, that character doesn't gain experience when the Fireball Towers destroy something. Only the character that you're playing as actually gains experience, even if they don't have any defenses or they don't kill anything. It's always the character that you are currently playing that gets the experience from any of this. So then, of course, always just keep that in mind. When you're trying to level up characters, it's always the one that you're actually playing as that gets the experience, not just the one that puts stuff down. I suppose that seems a little bit self-explanatory, but it's also kind of lame to me that I have to go one at a time and upgrade all my characters each individually. Like, I can't just spawn multiple, or not really spawn multiple, but sort of like log in with multiple accounts even though it's the same account or something. I don't know. I saw that there was a mod for dual screen on one computer where you could basically do that, where you use two heroes and two heroes on one screen, pretty much, I guess. But I've also heard that it's pretty hard on your computer, very CPU, what's the term for that? Uses a lot of CPU, I guess. Intensive, I think is the word. And I think, oh, yeah, the Fireball Tower got it to him before I could. But anyways, that dual screen mod, apparently it's really hard on your computer, so I know that my laptop can barely run Dungeon Defenders with its lowest graphics setting, so probably not going to try the dual screen. And there's a bunch more electric type enemies that I have to deal with, that I kind of want to just let the Fireball Tower deal with it, but I'll focus on repairing my defenses, my auras. Right, so I can hear the Fireball Tower kind of if the volume isn't too quiet. Oops, I thought I was repairing. I was just standing there. Alright, so let's see. This armor, yeah, it's something. Alright, gloves, stats, blah blah blah, keep everything even. Alright, what is this? What are the stats on this? Nope, not getting that. Alright. So anyways, this is the final round of this level. I'm going to place a healing aura here because I'm going to be fighting an ogre. As you might have remembered, there's the one from the last episode, or not last episode, but our last try, I guess you could say. Put the game in first-person view, then hide all of this stuff. So I am swinging my spear, but you can't really tell because I hid the weapon. Make it appear there so you can see it. This is a pretty interesting view. Just the first-person view and everything. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more fighting like this. It's pretty interesting. shooting out my little energy beams. And it doesn't show how much damage they're taking, and I can't view the map. But anyways, so I'm just going to look at the map a little bit, and yeah, the fireball turrets are destroying the enemies that make it through, so that's nice. I'm just going to come over here to repair these auras, just because they are, again, not really taking damage, but just running low on ammo, I guess, or running low on fuel, running low on life. Alright, so don't know exactly when the ogre appears, like how many enemies. Oh, and there it is. Alright, so I'm just going to ignore those enemies that are going out there, and apparently he's not going to ignore me, but I shall make my stand against the ogre, and I don't think it has any elemental affinity. I'm not sure if ogres can have elemental affinities. I'm actually going to use the defense boost to increase the power of my electric and ensnare aura, just to help out with this little fight against the ogre. And also against this orc, apparently. That was an electric type, and yeah, not really doing that much damage to it. Probably should have gone to the forge and upgraded my attack, or upgraded the weapons attack. And the only reason I'm not dying is because of that healing aura that's helping heal me, because there's a lot of enemies around here that are just trying to take me down, especially archers. Archers are especially annoying. I'm just going in and taking them down for a change, and Fireball Tower is doing good, defending my crystal. So again, I guess you could kind of say it's like cheating, but I mean, really, you saw what I was doing. It's not like I stood a chance without Fireball Towers or some other kind of help. I could just keep playing the same level over and over again until I got to level 11, and then just use that to get the strength drain aura so that my defenses could be self-sufficient, or if I could find more armor or equipment to make my attack stronger so that I could defeat enemies quicker or something. But really, this is probably the best way to do it if you're having trouble. Just use defenses from another character. Alright, so that was it for that level. I know this is a longer episode than usual, and I was kind of hoping I could make these episodes shorter, just because they're taking so long. But alright, so that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.